Hey guys, how's it going? My name is Spark. Welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be reviewing eToro. This is a pretty popular, but maybe not quite as known cryptocurrency exchange as some of the other exchanges out there. That's because with eToro, you can do other things besides exchange cryptocurrencies, like buy stocks and all those kind of investment things. It also has a lot of interesting social components, which I'm not really going to dive into this video. But in this video, I'm going to be using an objective analysis and rating system I designed called the SEX tier list. Funny name, right? Anyways, though, there's nothing funny about how accurate my ratings are. In fact, I made a custom data table showing you guys all my ratings on sextierlist.com. So in my rating system, I've also put every kind of exchange into various tiers using that same exact rating system, so you could very easily find the best cryptocurrency exchange. I've done this for years for VPNs, and I'm well known in the industry as being one of the most accurate and top rated VPN reviewers giving objective analysis on VPNs. Now I'm doing it for cryptocurrency exchanges, and we're using the same data-driven approach without sponsorships or any paid advertisements in my videos. My videos only use affiliate links. If you want to help support the channel, use my affiliate link for pretty much any of the exchanges and I'll get a small cutback. And you just clicking on the links is enough to help support the channel. None of these exchanges pay to be in my videos or pay to get higher rankings, and that's the best way to do it in my opinion. Additionally, my channel is one of the only channels out there that has no YouTube ads on it, so you don't need to pay premium for YouTube to get no ads on my videos, and I also have an active Discord community too. Alright guys, so if we take a look at this data table, we could already see some other rankings and stuff like that. Let's go ahead and discuss eToro and why it actually scores my top rated award for cryptocurrency exchanges. And just like I said, guys, I'll be putting a link in the description down below for eToro. I do believe if you've used that link, you should get $10 free. As you can see here on my test profile, you get a free $10 of an asset of your choice just for signing up. Pretty nice. Now guys, the thing with my rating system is I don't just shill products, I make sure to review them objectively, and with that in mind, every product does have its pros and cons. I've just found that eToro has a bit more pros than cons, and we're going to discuss some of those in this video. This is eToro's website. It's pretty basic, pretty friendly, pretty standard as it comes, giving you good information on what's going on the website, whether that be various cryptocurrency exchanges as well as stocks. I do think that is an advantage with this platform is that you could do both things on it, and that's a really nice bonus since a lot of cryptocurrency exchanges, whether that be Coinbase, Kraken, or some of the other ones, it's pretty much just only limited to cryptocurrency. So I do think that is a pretty good plus with eToro, although it's not specifically part of my rating system. So let's go ahead and start running down through some of the details I've analyzed about eToro. If we take a look at the fees, for example, with eToro, it doesn't get the highest points there. This is one of the areas where I think it could use some improvement. The fees are around 1% for buying and trading and stuff like that. When it comes to some other exchanges, it's more standard to be around 0.50 or 0.50% instead of 1%. So it is a bit higher, and that can add up over time. However, it's still like, that's just something to acknowledge about it. Most exchanges are anywhere from like 0.10% to 0.50 to around 1%. Some other ones like Gemini have 1.50% fees. So it's not the worst, but it's also not really the best in terms of fees. But that's just something to acknowledge, being objective. A couple other things about eToro that are a little bit limited compared to some other competitors that are out there is that it does kind of support a more limited amount of cryptocurrency. It really only supports around, I think, 25 cryptocurrencies, which can be limited for a lot of people if you want to do altcoin trading and those kind of things. I would primarily recommend eToro to people who want to invest in stuff like Bitcoin, Ethereum, and some of the main cryptocurrencies out there that are biggest in terms of market cap. Now, in my opinion, I wouldn't really recommend investing in altcoins all too much. If you want to do long-term investing when it comes to cryptocurrency, altcoin investing can be very, very risky. It's pretty much just like high-stakes gambling. You could get massive, massive rewards, but you can also lose massive, massive amounts of money. Time has shown that really investing into Bitcoin and Ethereum long-term is the best financial decision. Even though this is not financial advice, it just shows that those two currencies have held more value over time than other ones. They will rise slower, but they will also drop slower, which just means it's a more stable investment. Compared to a lot of altcoins in like a year or two, sometimes most of them can lose like almost like 1/60th of their value. They'll have 1/60th of their value in just a year. So if you don't sell at the right time, you could catch that money goodbye. But acknowledging that, it does have less cryptocurrencies supported than a lot of other exchanges. So that's something to acknowledge. Next up, there is a little bit less deposit you can do on eToro. However, for most people, this isn't going to be a huge issue. It's around $10,000 per day, I do believe, is the max deposit. Some other exchanges support up to $25,000, even $100,000. So depending on how rich you are, that could be annoying. But for most people, I'm assuming that's not going to be a huge issue. Depositing around $10,000 a day or kind of spreading out your buys isn't really the worst idea anyways, depending on the market volatility. A lot of people recommend kind of buying a little bit every day. It's called DCAing or dollar cost averaging, kind of spreading out your buys to get better prices because you can't really always time the market. Now, with some of those cons out of the way, we can get to some of the good things about eToro. Well, some of the good things is that it does provide FDIC insurance for your USD stored on the website. Not every cryptocurrency exchange does that, so it's good to see that eToro does this. Now, they don't provide insurance or anything like that when you're storing cryptocurrencies on the platform, but if you do have USD sitting on there, it should, I think, be at least insured up to around $250,000 on the website. Another good thing about eToro is that it does support staking. So if you do want to stake some cryptocurrencies like maybe Polkadot, Ethereum, or some of these other ones, it does support staking, so you can earn some side revenue on it. Another good thing about eToro is that it's a pretty big international company. It supports up to 140 companies, so chances are wherever you are in the world, you'll most likely be able to use it, which isn't always true for every cryptocurrency exchange. Another really good thing about eToro is it does work in the United States of America. Like I said before, when it comes to international value, some cryptocurrency exchanges also don't work in United States. So if you're in the United States, you can't use certain websites, whether that be VPNS or some of those other ones. You can always use a VPN, and I mean, I am the channel to find the right VPN for some of these things, but honestly, it can be a little bit dicey trading large amounts of money on some of these platforms if you're not specifically supposed to be on them in your country. So it's always something I've kind of been a little bit leery of. Some other good things, operating in the USA means they do accept USA currency. They accept USD deposits and being able to buy stuff with it. That's not true for every cryptocurrency exchange. Another really good thing about eToro is, from my research, I haven't been able to find any security vulnerabilities that have led to serious hacks. Now, this is pretty rare in the industry when it comes to cryptocurrency exchanges. In fact, from my list so far, I only have found that really eToro and Kraken are one of the only exchanges that have been not hacked yet. So pretty much every other exchange out there, whether that be Coinbase, Gemini, Gate.io, Binance, all these have had pretty big security issues, although most funds on users have been protected, but still it doesn't look good for these exchanges. And eToro does have a stellar reputation as a pretty secure cryptocurrency and investment platform, which is really good. Very nice to store your money on and trade safely with. And that's why I give eToro a very good reputation rating. Overall, I've found very good things said about it on the internet. There hasn't been any huge controversies. I haven't really found anything too bad about eToro, so that is pretty good. I'm not going to be too harsh on the reputation for some of these exchanges because cryptocurrency exchanges, just by the nature of the market, some of them are just like not as clean as possible. But I mean, if you look at the traditional banking system, lots of the major banks also have sketchy histories too, but there really isn't like a way to avoid using them. And that's kind of true when it comes to cryptocurrency exchanges like that and exchanges and investment platforms. But from what I found, eToro is among the best in terms of its online reputation and what people think of it. All right, guys, so those are my final ratings when it comes to eToro. All the listing of each criteria I look for. Overall, I scored eToro a little bit lower in terms of what it offers you in terms of having a little bit higher fees than normal. It doesn't support a ton of cryptocurrencies, although it does support the major ones. However, outside of that, eToro pretty much gets perfect scores in every other area. It gets 4 to 5 in the international value because it has 140 countries instead of something like 200, but 140 countries supported is still very good, and everything else about it is spot on. It's never been hacked. It has an excellent reputation. It's operational in the United States. It provides staking, FDI insurance on your USD on the platform, and it has, like I said, one of the best reputations of the exchanges out there. All right, guys, those are my final thoughts on eToro. I hope you found this review of it informational and helpful for you to pick your exchange. If you decide to use eToro, like I said, if you use my link, you should be able to get a free $10 added to your account, which will help you and help me support the channel with these objective data-driven reviews. Stay tuned on the channel if you're not convinced on eToro, and I might be reviewing some of the other ones. In fact, I know I am reviewing some of the other ones, so you might like one of the other ones instead. Not every exchange is going to be perfect for everybody. Up next, we have Coinbase, Kraken, and Gemini reviewed, and pretty much every other one too. So stay tuned for that, guys, and I'll see you in the next video very soon.